Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another video. So, this is re-announcement rolled into one. The third one is probably the one I'm most excited for. So, in my, we're gonna quickly get into it. So, this is like re-announcement. I make one about the last video I posted. The second about Queen of Lives, the one that's probably gonna come out. And the third is a surprise I've been working on since I think the beginning of September, I believe the end of August, I don't remember, but yeah, so before we get into things, to make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below on what you were most excited about with the upcoming project. So that might let's get into it. My first announcement um is about my last video. So my last video, I posted a video of me comparing K-pop influencers to My Little Pony, Equestria Girls, Rainbow Rock, and the similarities of it. In that video, I mainly talked about like the plot lines and stuff like that, and a little stuff about songs, like the songs, the fashion, the characters, stuff like that. I'll probably make a part two to that video where I talk about the characters much more in depth and stuff like that, and also the ships and also the fashions in that movie movie and stuff like that. I'll probably go in a lot more detail. I have to probably find screenshots of K-pop movies because for some weird reason I can't take pictures on my Netflix app and screenshots because it just goes black. So I might have to go through Google or something like that and find screenshots. Yay, but I'll probably make a part two to that video. It'll depend when I get out because I'm tired. The second announcement is about um what ifs. So I added at least I am literally at the tail end of playing it because I added another section until we get up the last section. Mainly because I'm the most indecisive person to ever walk this earth. And I also want to make it a little bit on the rocker side. So yeah. And then as for when it comes out, it really just depends on when I finish it. Because the last time I said I was gonna get it out, I got sick with the flu and the just I got sick with the flu and I could not really move around for days. I could not move around for 2 weeks because I also had an infection and my fever would not go away. So I couldn't get it out because I couldn't get the energy to record because I was sick and I'd also look like a hot mess. So I'd just be talking about blah, 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 because I had a bad fever. I looked like a rotting dog and my throat was hurting so bad that I could barely talk. So yeah, I wasn't gonna do that because I got really, really sick. So I was really used to that. And probably the burnout too. They said I've been working on people late August. So I started writing people number six, and if this title is taken, I'm gonna really sorry. So the working title and possibly title if it isn't taken is gonna be called Together We're Golden. And I don't know if it's the most appropriate title. I don't know. But this is essentially a big rewrite of the movie, which is like, which is kind of, which is kind of pushing a 3 hour long stuff we're to get. But I'm gonna do like a huge rundown of the stuff I'm doing for this. So the first change is that the other Saga boys, besides Ginu, get actual personality and significant story. So Abby is Abby is kind of on the chill side, but he also likes to tease Ginu about liking movies and stuff like that. And he, I'm also going to talk about this thing. Hold on. Hold on. He can also kind of get prone to like sensitivity and stuff like that when romance kind of like teases him about having something under his pillow after it's mirror that he's not gonna talk about. That I'm not gonna talk about here because I don't want to spoil anything. But Abby backstory is I kind of have to do the backstories that are kind of tied to like their roles. They're not as bad as Genius, but they're also kind of sad. They're not as bad as Genius. They don't lie to Mira and Zoe about their backstory. Genu, they don't lie to Mira and Zoe, but they do lie to them about the fact. Spoiler. So in this fan fiction, they Gina and other boys they kind of have a bit of a brotherly relationship. So he ends up telling them that Prudy is happy, they have to have the patterns and stuff like that. So the fact that they know this and they don't tell me and don't release some drama, um, yeah, romance is a little romance is a little he 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 loves to tease you. He loves to tease Abby. He loves to tease Mystery. He loves to tease Mira. He loves to tease Baby. He loves to tease literally everybody. But he also has a bit of a softer side when it comes to Mira. And his backstory is also a little bit on the light side. Wouldn't understand anything about that. Baby is a menace, y'all. He is a literal menace. He has a friendship with Zoe because I think he's the only one that's not explicitly stating, or at least implicitly stated to have a bit of a thing for smart hunting. So I just have him have a very brotherly sister, very tight relationship with Zoe. They're, and it's really sweet by the time part one ends, spoilers, two parts, and and he is very, very protective when it comes to Zoe and also to the other boys. He's not thinking of like, oh, Josie, and then Mystery is just chill. He is just chill and he's back for him and babies also all the younger side and stuff like that. But they all get more well-rounded, fleshed out personalities like Gina. And also, speaking of Gina, that leads to my second part that I changed. Eventually I changed. Gina's not gonna die yet, and neither are the other soccer players. I'm still figuring out a way how to make that work without like making it magical friendship. Like stuff like that. I'm just trying to figure it out as we go along, like this. And also, Mira and Zoe get more time of their backstory. So I added a little twist on Mira's backstory that's very heartbreaking, and I don't know how you guys are gonna react to that, but I think it would also work. So she's still like the problem child, but she has a bit of a twist on that. And Zoe's parents are of course divorced, and she was really bullied by a lot of people in Burbank. And she moved to Korea to live with her grandmother, and she moved to Korea to live with her grandmother and worked from Hunter, and she still got bullied. This comes up again in like the thing. And we're in Zoe also have Winston, so for Vera, Roman, Abby, they have a bit of a power moment there. And then Tony Mystery, of course, have a little bit going on. And then, here's another point, I'm going to try to add as many of the concept art teams as I can find so that can be the fan base. The only team that I will not include is the ISAC team, is mainly because I am American and I probably wouldn't be able to describe a Korean event as accurately as I possibly can because here in America we're stupid. We're stupid here in America. They you were going to my TED talk. The next change is about Celine. Celine only appears in like I don't know, like 5 minutes in the movie. So Celine has some moments with Romy with reinforcing the fact that Ruby has to hide her patterns and stuff like that. And also, we're gonna find out about what happened to Ruby's parents and the third star no, some Starlight, Sunlight. And the third Sunlight sister who's alive. She'll probably just make a few appearances. She'll probably have like kind of the same role that Celine was produced to in the original movie. Also, um, Baby, Romance, Mystery, and Abby, they also have their own pets, kind of like how Jean has Gertrude and Sophie. They also have their own pets. Mystery has a fox named Umbra. I don't say her name like I do like the movie does, just Gertrude and Sophie. But Mystery has a fox named Umbra. Romance has a cute deer named Lionel. Isn't that Lionel? Abby has a pet spy sprite named Torchy, and Baby has a frog gremlin hybrid named Bibble. Did I use name Bibble from Barbecue Tokyo? Because yes, Bibble is freaking adorable there. And also, I'm extending the time frame to 2 weeks to like a few months, mainly because a lot of stuff happens, or a lot of stuff goes down. And finally, my goal at the end of this to make sure that the Hunter from the Dodgers were to go forward group and also setting up for another fanfic that I've been like fanfic series that where it's like 2024 picture that also includes the Hunter Rose and also includes Soul Drop. I'll tell you about that later on. And I'll also tell you about the Hunter Rose one because they also have something to do with that World Tour one. It's all World Tour. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, probably the same. When I'm done with the first half, I write this over as I'll be doing that. So I will have to upload this to the like Twitter and look around to like a Facecam person like so yeah, but just so you know, these are gonna be coming soon. Except for what I don't know about that I have to go through everything to the backtrack document. That document is called over 200 pages long. So yeah. So if you enjoyed this even out there, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on what you are most excited to see in the K-pop Demon Hunters alternate universe fit together with Golden and what you're excited to see in part two and part three is the one that's actually part two, like all at part two, like I do really well. So part three, do you want to comment down below about this part three and that's for the chat as well. And also, if you are excited for part two of the Rainbow Rock and K-pop performance comparison, so we're going to be going into more in depth. And also, if you're excited for me to go into Korean mythology and the historical stuff behind K-pop performers, we're going to stuff I just about that part two. And on that note, I will see you all in the next video. Bye!